Welcome back to part 2 of Justin Chancellor's Bass Rig. Today we take a look at Justin's amplifiers and get bamboozled by some effects chains. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Justin likes to boogie. Justin really likes to boogie. Right back from when Justin first joined Tool, even to present day, Justin has used Mesa Boogie Amplifier cabinets and done some major boogie experimentation along the way. Starting with his arrival in Tool in 1996, he was seen on stage with 2 road-ready 4x10s. Right next to this was a PH1000 with a 15-inch sub and 10-inch speakers surrounding it. During the rest of the Enema tour, it wasn't uncommon for Justin to spice up this rig. Typically, he would juggle between the use of 4 or 6 4x10 cabs, and on occasion place a PH1000 in front of those. Strangely, at a London show in 1997, Justin was seen on stage with 2 PH1000s, ditching the 410s altogether. Then in 1999, he came back with the 410s and a new addition of 2 215s. During that period, these cabinets were powered by 2 Mesa Boogie 400 Plus heads and 2 Boogie M2000s known for a real low clean sound. These heads were also used in the recording of Lateralis, which came out in May 2001. Bass Guitar magazine released an article that June dating the use of this equipment. After the release of Lateralis and Onto the Tour that September, the Australian Guitar magazine released another interview with Justin, who then mentioned he was now using Mesa Boogie's newest amplifier, the M-Pulse, and ditched the 400 Plus. He also mentions the use of a Demeter preamp, using its onboard DI for a brilliantly clear signal. The Lateralis tour now sees Justin on stage with 2 8x10 cabinets, the M-Pulse, the M2000, and the Demeter preamp. This 3-way configuration is absolutely vital to Justin's sound. So we'll come back to this in a minute. 10,000 Days was released in May 2006. Recording engineer Joe Barassi said in an interview with Mix Online magazine that Justin's bass tracks are a combination of cabinet miking and DIs. Chancellor played through Gallien Krueger heads and Mesa Boogie cabinets. One amp was set to a clean tone and the other had a dirty sound. Additionally, Chancellor's bass went through a Demeter DI box straight into the console. The new arrival of the Gallien Krueger heads will stay with Justin right up to present day. Although you can bet your life that once the new album comes out, that's all gonna change, right? Tell me, Justin, I'm right here, just let me know, I'm all ears. The only real change since 2006 is the configuration of the amplifier cabinets. The 10,000 Days tour sees Justin back on stage with 2 4x10s and 1 4x12. These 2 4x10s were replaced around 2009 with a Mesa Boogie Road Ready 8x10 for the second time. Come 2010 and Dunlop TV released a video interviewing Justin's bass tech Chris Schuyler. Speaking of Dunlop TV, does anyone know what happened to that series? I missed that, man. Brian Kale, if you are out there, I want to do a collab. Hit me up. Anyway, in this interview, Chris Schuyler walks through Justin's gear and his equipment rack. He has a Toneworks tuner, a Radical 7 splitter, which will become evident as to why, a Demeter 201 preamp and a newer 201S model. Beneath those are 3 GK2001 RB heads, one of which is used for backup. For the cabs, he uses a Mesa Boogie 4x10 for the clean signal and a 4x12 for the dirty signal. Let's bridge the gap between amplifiers and effects pedals. Justin's rig is built to have 3 separate outputs: a dry channel from the 8x10, a dirty channel from the 4x12, and a clean channel from the Demeter preamp, which has an onboard DI. The mixing engineer then has more control over the bass and gives Justin a better sound out front. With this in mind, let's take a look at Justin's pedals and signal chain. On some of the most recent interviews with Justin, his pedal board has at least 15 different effects on it, and they've all been replaced over the years. So in the interest of your time, I'm going to go through his most recent setup as simply as possible. All the names, the models, and a list of all the previous effects can be found in the show notes, linked up above or found down below. For the dry signal, we follow the input chain right to left. From his bass, the signal goes into his tuner, which also has a throughput back into his rack-mounted tuner. Then into a tremolo and a whammy, then some distortion. Followed by 4 types of modulation: chorus, flanger, delay, and octave. Then to finish that off, there's a fuzz and a fuzz/wah. This goes into the radical splitter in its rack and into his 2001 RB, ending in the 8x10 dry cab, which is then mic'd up. The dirty signal takes a feed from the splitter and is connected to a turbo rat with an EQ. Justin has said he likes the tiniest bit of distortion with a little bit of cut. Again, from the EQ, this goes into an overdrive and into his 2001 RB and into the 4x12 cab, again mic'd up. Lastly, a third feed is taken from the splitter and sent to the Demeter preamp. A clean signal is then sent from the DI to the front of house. Justin has 2 Demeter models, the 201 and the 201S. It's unclear whether he uses both at the same time or one just for backup. The Dunlop TV video also mentions some additional pedals, which Chris Schuyler describes as a play pedal board, and is pretty much a few different modulation effects grouped together. These pedals weren't included in the most recent equipment list of 2016, but they're still worth a look at. Check the show notes for more info. With the new album looming somewhere in the distance, we learn more every week. We now know Justin is in possession of a KHDK Abyss Bass Overdrive, with his very own all-custom chassis. But for the rest of us, the normal version will have to do. Will this replace the turbo rat or the 412 cab? We just have to wait and see. Let's round the video off with string. Justin has used Ernie Ball strings since he joined Tool, and their string video confirms he's been using hybrid slinkies up to 105. In an interview from 2001, Justin also said he swapped out the 105 for a 110. Bass Player magazine contradicts this video, mentioning him using super slinkies, which go up to 110. But perhaps he takes the 110 from this pack and combines it with the hybrid slinkies instead. This will give him a thicker E string and a lot more crunch for down tuning. On the next Know Your Bass Player, we're going to take a look at Les Claypool of Primus. Don't forget, take a look at the show notes to find a list of everything Justin has used over the years and all of the little details that I haven't covered today. If there's someone you'd like to see in a future video, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.